Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sunday. And I just have a little message for you guys for this Sunday in October. You know, there's a lot of times when we enter into relationships with people. And when we go into those relationships, we expect for the person that we're entering into a relationship with to be of benefit to us. Most of the time, when we enter a romantic relationship, we're not just looking for a partner to share our romantic times with. We're also looking for someone to talk about things that we're not happy about in our lives. And what I find happening quite often is that many of us go into these relationships and we're broken from previous relationships. And we take that into the new relationship and expect the person in the new relationship to heal and fix our brokenness. That just doesn't work. No one else is responsible for your healing. You're the only one responsible for that. No one else is responsible for what someone else did to you. Even the person who did it to you is not responsible for what they did to you. You are responsible for how you feel, how you handle it, how you recover. Yes, they did it, and a lot of times they won't even apologize for it. And so you're waiting around for an apology and waiting around for that stuff is not going to happen. But what you can do is something that I have my clients do, no matter what the situation is, because people are healing from different things. Some people are healing from bad relationships romantically, and other people are healing from bad relationships from family members, from friends, from society, from a lot of things, right? No matter what it is, you have to do that shadow work of going within and actually processing those emotions, processing that trauma. One of the ways that you can do this is to actually think about the situation that happened that caused you the most pain. And when you think about it, actually write that out. Physically write it. Pen, pencil to paper. Not just think about it in your head. Write all of the details out. Everything that happened as you remembered it. What was said, what was done, how it felt, what room you were in, what color things were, were you wearing. Get down into the details of what happened. And then ask yourself how you felt about everything that happened. For instance, let's go with Jack and Jill. Let's just say you're Jack and you're writing about some trauma that happened with Jill. And you write, it was October 7th, 2022. Jill and I were chilling in the living room, and Jill was watching a show. I didn't want to watch the show. I grabbed the remote. I changed the channel. Jill picked up a baseball bat and hit me in the head. I know that was extreme, but let's just make it extreme, right? Because a lot of things that happen in our lives, we feel like they're really, really extreme. Some things aren't as extreme because later on, other things teach us that. If you wrote that story out, there may have been some things that happened prior to her actually hitting Jack with the baseball bat. Put those details in and then evaluate what could have been done to change that situation. Sometimes when you're traumatized by somebody else's actions, you realize there's absolutely nothing that you could have done to change the situation other than to not have been with that person. In some cases, when you're traumatized as a child, there's absolutely nothing that you could have done to prevent that situation. There's other times where you could have prevented something, and then you have to write about what it is that you could have done. And then if there's something you could have done, you make yourself a little plan of, if I'm in this type of situation, here are the steps that I can take to avoid this traumatic thing from happening. Such as, if I start dating a Jill and Jill tells me that she has beaten up her previous boyfriends, I can stop dating Jill. I do not have to continue a relationship with Jill when Jill lets me know in the beginning that she has a tendency of beating up her boyfriends. That's the key for me to say, this is not a relationship that will work for me. I don't want to be in this situation. I should leave. Yeah, I like her, but there's other people out there that I can like, right? Because you have to be aware of things that you cannot handle. Now, if you're the person who says, Jill likes to fight, I like to fight, bring it on. Hey, that's the relationship you're going to have. But most of the time, if you listen to people, they will tell you who they are. If you're meeting someone and they constantly tell you, oh my God, my ex was so horrible. Oh my God, my first wife was this. Oh my God, my first husband was this. Oh my God, my girlfriend was this. Run. They aren't healed from that relationship, right? If you go into a friendship and the person is always like, and this is a platonic friendship, so it's just two people who are not interested in anyone romantically, and that person is always calling you to talk about everything that's wrong with them. And then as soon as you talk about what's wrong with you, they're not there, they're not available. Run, break the friendship off, right? Little tidbits for you. But remember to write this little incident report out of what happened that caused you a great amount of trauma that you're not really healed from, and go through and evaluate what you could have done to make that situation different or better, if at all possible. If there's absolutely nothing that you could have done or you could do differently in the future, you did everything that you could do, put it to rest. Don't take that to someone else. It's not their situation. It's not their fault. Yes, you can say this happened, but you're healed from it. But don't go expecting someone else to make up for something somebody else did to you. That's the fastest way to end any relationship on whatever kind of level it is. Okay? But you got to know what is causing you problems, why it hurts, your part in it, their part in it, and how to actually heal from it, grow from it, learn from it, so you do not continue to repeat the lesson. I literally told someone, you do not get off of the merry-go-round until you get dizzy or you fall off and get hurt. So you do not stop repeating that situation until you learn the lesson, and then you can move on. When you learn that the merry-go-round is going entirely too fast for you, you eventually decide, I'm not going to get on that. I hope this helps somebody. At any rate, that's my Sunday thought. Have a great one, and I hope you prepare for a wonderful week. All right, bye.